Player development. When someone comes to you and they have goals, have them write the goals down. So with our assessment, we have a goal sheet. So we have a file with a goal sheet. The very first day, part of the assessment is putting a player through the skills test, where we mark it down, we record it, we date it. And then periodically to go back, meet with the parents, say, let's see where we are. Now, we've been teaching tennis a long, long time. And we have a very large network that's all over the world. And this is a form that was in a player's file. And not to use the names, we have a coaching tree. So some of the individuals that I've trained to coach, then they have their coaches. And one of our players spent some time at national tournaments. This is a couple of years ago. And this particular coach, a great coach, he's a character coach. And certainly we want everyone to be a technical coach, a tactical coach, but it's very, very important to be a character coach as well. Mom and Dad, I've said it during this course, high level of coaching. There is no positive, there is no negative, it just is. But just listen to some of these comments. Player's talented, has tools. Questions if the player knows his style of play. The player, after 2 weeks on the road playing tournaments, lacks discipline. When he plays matches, he does not frustrate his opponent by mixing it up, by just grinding, keep the ball in play, getting the ball out of a player's strike zone. Serves too hard, throws away the first serve. Spells of intensity, comes in and out of intensity. Not clear in his mind what type of player he is. Is he predominantly just staying back and not forcing it all, not going forward? Lacks maturity. Backhand ground stroke is a liability under pressure. His backhand ground stroke is a minus. And it will remain until he becomes committed to change it in practice. Needs to close the racket face on the backhand side to hit heavy top. Never or very seldom changes, and again, some of these comments are repetitive, but they're just notes that were written when a player's on the road to come back. But very seldom does he get the ball out of his player's opponent's strike zone. Needs to rededicate himself. Sloppy, not committed. Does not come in enough. His net play is a bluff. That's a great one. His net play is a bluff. Needs to close in. He needs to put himself in an athletic position. Who wants it more? Does he want it more than his opponent? This coach's definition of a kid is the coach, the parent, want it more than the kid does. Wants to get out there and compete. Core issues are fitness and fight. All his chit-chat made me feel like a school teacher. He has the skill. He has great skills, but needs to be reminded that skill versus fight. Fight wins. Another way to say that is skill versus will. Will wins. But yeah, we want to emphasize you need to have skills. It's nice to have both. Did not prepare like he was playing national matches. Hopefully a different voice will reach him. The coach doesn't feel like he reached him. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. You want to open up the doors and have many people speak to players. Needs to get after it. Does not think out patterns, like kick the serve on the backhand side, look to come in and hit a big forehand. Has the talent and the strokes, hopefully he'll put it together. I think he can. Did not do what he was told between split sets. That was frustrating. That was disappointing. His serve, again, it's repeated. He throws his first serve away. But a positive is I think he can be a great player. So I think you have to always keep coming back to that. But it's important to be able to have reflective thought. Typically keep in mind, junior tennis players just have reactive thought. But we want to sit down, some meeting of the minds. Two heads are better than one. And especially if you've been coaching someone year after year, to have someone who speaks the same language, speaks the same tennis language. They're not going to come in and, violate, interrupt, destroy what you've been teaching as far as the fundamental base. But they're going to come in with a fresh look, different perspective, and even say the same thing a different way. But keep in mind, it's very, very important to establish a written file for a player.